Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Garth Farm. So, first thing to do today is to see if there are any cows we can buy. We should also have a quick check on the cows as well, make sure they're alright. So I'll get that gate open. Hello little guys. Right. I always forget. We've got Herefords, okay. Herefords. Ooh, there are cows. But they're all rubbish. So, okay, we're not going to worry about that. If we check on the cows, of course you want to do an autosave right now. Earl, almost ready to make babies. Unity, ready for babies. Spotty Maggie as well. Why are we not? Ah, because I haven't put the monitor on that one. Okay, these guys. She should be ready as well next month. Right, let's just go here and we'll put apply all monitors. That's better. Now we get the information about all of them. Costs us a little bit of money, 130 a month. Anyway, we have got in total, what is that? 5, 7, about 7,500 that we need to pay each month. We do not have 7,500. We could sell some silage. Our silage is worth about 65k. But we could also look at some contracts. So, mowing. That's a good job to do. Should we lease the equipment? Yeah, why not? It's cheap. And is there anything else? Harvesting, right. A sorghum contract. Ooh, an alfalfa contract. That one doesn't pay as well. I think cultivating contract as well. That equipment is going to be a struggle around here. I think we'll take this one as well. So, back out of here. Close the gate as we go. We're not going to use our tractor then. So, first thing first, let's get you set up. Now, this guy is actually heading down to near our field, so that's alright. Oops. Wrong direction! And grab him. It would help if I actually lined myself up properly. There we go. Right, so that's the first one ready. I will actually skip all of this. I'll get this guy over to the field and I'll get the harvester to where he needs to be as well. See you in a second. This has not been the easiest navigation. It's actually been a bit of a struggle. This map is a bit of a struggle in general, I would say, for getting a harvester down the fields. It would be a struggle regardless of what harvester you were using, I think. Now, we are going to have to crush the crop a little. But it's a contract, so it doesn't really crush, which is lucky. So, we're going to do this job, and I'm going to get a worker on Courseplay, which is just updated, so I'm not sure if there's going to be any funny business going on with that, but yeah, we're going to do this one. And let a hired worker do the grass cutting, because grass cutting is going to be our main job on this farm. So it kind of makes sense to let someone else do it. Now, if we go into here, do I have any fields? I don't have any fields saved. Okay, there are new settings apparently, but I do not see them, at least not yet. Possibly because I don't have expert mode turned on. But I don't need it. Anyway, fieldwork settings. Work width 12.3, okay. Number of headlands, we'll do 2 headlands. You can start on the headlands, yes. Round corners, yeah, that's fine. Field center is up and down. Island bypass, okay. Generate that. That looks okay. And first waypoint is there, but I think I will move him to the first waypoint because that is a funny position. It turns out the entrance to this field, I was driving around the field like a maniac looking for it. It's actually through our yard. And I also discovered, I think I discovered it at the end of the first episode and forgot to mention it. We have an additional grass field that doesn't show up. It is this one here. That's ours. Anyway, enough rambling. Let you go on to first waypoint. Perfect, that's going to take 20 minutes. Okay. And then we come over here. So let's set up a steering assist course. I think we'll do 2 headlands. Yep, okay, and we'll start with the headlands, of course. Let's toggle that off, get that on, and away we go. So, sorghum is being cut. Now I need to put the mod on that hides the navigation lines. I definitely do. I think if I toggle off the HUD, yeah, we stop seeing it then. But then I lose all HUD visibility, which is not great. So obviously I haven't bought the harvester. This is the harvester. I haven't bought the trailer down. I am going to need the trailer, but I will grab it when we actually need it. I think that won't be as difficult to get down these country roads. There's also been a new Welsh map released as of today, which kind of gives you an idea of when I'm filming this. Yeah, there's a new Welsh map released. It's bigger. I haven't tried it, and this is quite exciting for me because I don't remember us, I could be wrong, but I don't remember us having Welsh maps in any other version, and now we've got 2. This is really cool. I'm very excited about this. Obviously we've got a Scottish map coming in the Highlands Fishing. It would be nice if we had a mod one as well, but yeah. I need a screenshot, don't I? So let's do a screenshot. Normally I try and cut these out, but I can do it here. Do I have the option of HUD? I don't. Okay, so in that case I'll do it the old way. This is how I always used to do screenshots. And how does that look? That looks alright. So, HUD back on, reset that. There we go. This is a nice relaxing job, doing a bit of harvesting. It's not a massive field. None of the fields on here are enormous. You're not going to get super mega rich with crops like you do on, say, a big American map or yeah, anything with massive fields. You plant soybeans, wait until the best price, and that's it, you are rich. That's not going to happen on here. I mean, you still get a decent amount of money for the soybeans, but you're not going to get hundreds of thousands of them. But that's not what this map is about, and that's not what it's like in South Wales. In fact, I've never seen massive fields in the UK. I know there are some, but I've never actually seen any enormous fields. I think there are some on the southeast coast, but yeah, nowhere I've lived or visited has had enormous fields. That's not to say they don't exist though. I have definitely not seen everything there is to offer in the UK or the world. Yeah, we missed a little bit there, but hopefully it's small enough that it doesn't matter. And where do we have to deliver this to? All the way up there. The sound of running water in the background. I hope you can hear it. It's from the stream. So he's cracking on. We can see him on here. That's nice. Yeah, that's a really long way. I suppose it's not. This map is quite small. But that looks like a very, very long way to go. We still need to go and pick him up, because I think one headland is probably going to be enough for the full trailer. In terms of animals, I'm in two minds about what to do. That's a bit of a glitch, it looks like. there is a tree in the middle of the field, but the field isn't detected anyway. Odd. Yeah, I'm in two minds about whether we do pigs as well. The reason is, there are pigs in the UK. There are pigs in Wales. Glamorgan sausage is delicious. But yeah, there are definitely pigs. I haven't done pigs yet in FS25, and I rarely did them in 22 or 19 actually. I think the only time I really did pigs and stuck with it was Cantabria Infinita, and that was because we were able to sell them for some serious cash. Normally I don't bother with them because I find they're more hassle than they're worth. But we could do some pigs on here. That is definitely an option. So let me know in the comments what you think. Now, just to give you an idea, because I've only been doing 5-minute farm videos. Those are all that have been released, and that's because I came up with the idea when I was in FarmCon. Before that, I had not made a video for quite a long time. I just hadn't really wanted to. Garth Farms, I saw that the map was being released and was very, very excited, and decided I wanted to do a series on here. But because I'm not really used to doing full-length videos, I decided it would be sensible. I'm just going to go over to this guy. Oh, he's okay now. I decided it would be sensible for me to build myself a buffer. So this is episode 3, of course. I have not yet released any videos. That gives you an idea of what's going on in terms of the buffer. So when I say drop me a comment, it's possible. I was thinking of doing 5 videos as a buffer. So it's possible that I will have got pigs before, but I think I'll hold off on it. I'm going to try and keep myself always 2 videos buffer, but I wanted to start with 5 so that I definitely had enough room. Because what happens with my work is I can have weeks where I've just got 0 time at all to do any recording. So I wanted to build myself the buffer so that I'd be safe. That mower's blocked again. I don't know what he's blocked by. We'll get this emptying and then we can go see what he's doing. And I think after this we will jump to... we'll probably do a bit of a time lapse and a jump cut as well. I don't want to do just time lapse. So over here. So actually the mower has fixed whatever his problem was again. I think he's just, because he's still kind of doing headlands, I think he's backing into something. Ah, this is this new thing. I saw this in the changelog. So trailed machines, it will now do the headland turns in a circle instead of trying to back them up, he said. Is that what he's trying to do here? No, not really. I don't know what he's doing. Is this another headland? I only told him to do 2 headlands. Alright. I don't know what he's doing. I'll just check him. Make sure he's knows where he's going. Okay. I don't know if he knows where he's going. But that's not our problem. Let's get this unloaded. Come on. It does make a nice change doing the videos in real time, because I can actually use mouse controls. In the 5-minute farm videos, because I know they're going to be time lapses, I have to be really, really careful about how much I move the mouse so that I don't make people nauseous. But in here, I can move it. Obviously I'm not going to go nuts with it, but... Right. Anyway, this is now going to be a bit of a time lapse and a bit of a jump cut. I will keep an eye on the mowing contract as well and see how that's doing. Are there any other contracts right now that are worth doing that we can maybe pick up afterwards? So there's a harvesting contract for cotton. There should not be cotton on this map. One for green beans, parsnip, spinach. That's the alfalfa. We've got a ploughing one. That's the cultivating one we saw. Bale wrapping, bale wrapping. We could do bale wrapping. I've been catching up on VF's videos recently, and I saw that you can actually use Courseplay to do bale wrapping. So we could do that. We want to make sure we've got enough money each month to cover the lease cost, the financing. If we can make extra money, that's even better. And obviously I would also like, if possible, to have enough money to buy new cows whenever they come up, without having to worry that I'm going to go broke. So yeah, the aim is to try and get that 7,500 at least, which I think we're going to get with these two contracts here. Yes, here we're going to get 24,200. Plus we'll get a little bit extra for whatever we have left from the sorghum. Any money left over, which reminds me, before we jump to a time lapse, which I said I was going to do many moves ago, what is the price? Sorghum currently, where do we have to take it? We have to take it up here to Valley Market, and the price at Valley Market is 1,310. That is very good. It's obviously higher in January, but 1,310 is a nice price. So yeah, hoping for a lot of extra grain. Okay, so I think we're going to do a bit of inside cab time lapse, and I will see you in a little bit. Okay, so the mower is finished. That was quick. And you may have noticed, I'm not sure if I left it in or not, I haven't decided yet, but this guy can only fit 47%. That is not much. So, we need to get him up to the sell point. First of all, yeah, the contract is finished. He is done. So, Let's get back to this guy. We can complete that mowing contract. 12,000. Lovely stuff. Is there anything else interesting? Bale wrapping, cultivating, another harvest. That's a new harvest? Yeah, it's green beans. I don't want to do green beans. Alright, so it's just getting this guy then. Yeah, it's a shame about this tractor not being able to pull. Yeah, because it does mean we're going to have to do a lot more trips than I was hoping for. I'm pretty certain that I'm already going to be over my video length as well. I'm trying to keep these videos to about 25 minutes. Yeah, that's it, just pull out without thinking. Yeah, I'm trying to keep them to about 25 minutes, and right now I'm on 33. I know I've got some bits to cut though. This is a bit of a pain, having this tractor like this. I'm wondering whether my tractor could pull more weight. Oh, hang on. I don't think this is the right way, is it? That definitely isn't. We've now gone into someone's house. Right. I'm not going to make a habit of this, but... Ooh! Just this once we'll use the hedgerows. Can we use the hedgerows this direction as well? Looks like we sort of can. Right, so pretend that we're not doing this, because this is not what we should be doing. Oops. And then I got caught on a tree, of course. Am I still caught on a tree? What am I caught on? There we go. So yeah, we would not normally be doing this, but we are today. So let's get him over to the sell point, and then I'll take a quick look to see whether my tractor will be able to pull this better. I didn't want to use mine because then I use my fuel and put hours on my vehicle, but if it means I can take more in the trailer, then I will. I'm not even certain if that's how it actually works, because it's a trailer filled in it. I'm assuming... Ooh. I think, actually... Stop beeping. I think, actually, we want to go in through here. I've only been up here once when I was just looking around to see what we had on the map. So... That's one sell point, but not the right one. There should be one by here. Oof, this is tight. Very tight. Right, so that's the one we wanted. Okay. How much is it going to say that I've delivered? Not much, I expect. %? What? What if it's 42%? Then actually, I don't mind doing this several times. Okay. In that case, we're now going to jump cut until I'm basically finished with the field. Yeah. See you soon. Last little bit, and I have actually delivered once already. So this, everything we've got from here will fit in the trailer, and there will be more than enough to complete the contract. There will be a bit left over, which is great news. So we will get this finished, and then we can get up to the sell point and get rid of it. Now, I'm actually quite happy with how we've done on time, because I was worried this episode would take me 2 hours of recording to make a 25-minute video. Actually, it's worked out pretty well. I did have to take this guy up to the farm to refuel him, because with the in-game operating time mod, or whatever it's called, we also churn through fuel, which is why I changed the fuel earlier to low. This was something I saw that VF had done, and it seems like a good idea if you're going to use this mod, because otherwise it's terrible. I was using realistic refueling as well, which makes the time for refueling slower, but with that and the in-game operating time, it was taking me almost as much time to actually refuel the vehicles as it was to run out of fuel. Right, I'm now going to get myself over to the sell point and we'll see how much we make from this contract in total. There are so many trees here, it is difficult to find a good viewpoint. First person actually seems to work the best. But we are here. Now, where's the entrance? You're all beeping like maniacs, but look, I'm all the way across. So, I want to go in there. I need you guys to move. Oh, for goodness sake, right. Let's turn off traffic. It's driving me mad. Traffic. Off. There we go. I will put it back on, because I do like having traffic, but if it's going to cause crazy roadblocks like that and stop me from actually doing my work, that's not good news. So, in we go. Let's see how much we get. That's the contract finished, and we're still dumping. Ooh, 10,000 in harvest income. That is awesome. Okay, and go into here. Complete for 10,000. We have done very, very well today, I have to say. We've made 32,000. That puts us in a really good position, because if we weren't to do any more contracts, we would actually have the money for a couple of months for the hire purchase, which even means we could consider paying off some of the hire purchase. Not going to just yet. The tractor will obviously be the first one we want to pay off, even though it's lower, but because it's longer, and it's the tractor. We really want to pay off the tractor. The Quadrant 1200, that's the baler, yeah, we need to pay that off as well. Anyway, that is us done. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.